y'all, welcome back. Yes, this is a far cry from a Dollar Tree craft, and it is actually quite large. I'm gonna put my hand here. You can see how big it is here. It's a pretty good size thingy. I'm pretty proud of it. I've had this on my mind for a while, and I finally got everything I needed to put it together. But anyway, I'm going to zoom in here, and you can see here on the wood, it's highlighted with gold paint and a brownish, bronzy colored glitter on the little pine cones. I tipped those with some gold paint. There is the beautiful little bronze colored buck there. I highlighted the wood pieces with the glitter and gold paint, and then I painted the tops of those with gold. And let me see if I can zoom back out here. I'm just so proud of the whole entire thing. I really enjoyed making this one, and I'm in love with it. I hope you like it too. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. Alrighty, y'all, let us get started. So I know that this is not going to be one of my normal cheapo crafts that I do, you know, like my budget series or whatever you want to call it from Dollar Tree, because you know what? Every now and again, I do like to make things that does not come from the Dollar Tree, and I can do that. So the majority of this came from Hobby Lobby. But this is just a big round piece of wood from Hobby Lobby. This was $14.99, and no, I did not pay that for it. And when you go to Hobby Lobby, buy things when they have their sales, okay? Like this was 50% off. Their Christmas stuff was 50% off today. You know, just buy things when they have the sales, and don't forget to use your 40% off coupon. Yes, I live in the woods. I can go outside and I can cut all of this wood myself, but I didn't feel like doing that and then waiting for it to dry out so that I could treat it, so that, you know, I could use it forever and ever without it falling apart. So if you want to do that, go ahead. But I got this from Hobby Lobby. As you can see, $14.99. It doesn't really matter what size it is. You just use whichever size you think is going to be proper for the ornaments and whatnot that you're going to be using. So we have that. Next up, we have, come here, we have these stems wood birch mini logs. This also came from Hobby Lobby. The tag was $9.99. No, they were on sale again, 50% off. Now, what I'm going to do with these is we're going to open them up. And with these and this piece of wood here, I'm going to start highlighting them just a little bit with some paint and glitter. So I'm going to get all of these out here. I got 2 bags of this, by the way, because I want to use some of the taller ones. See, my other bag is over here. And then for an ornament, I got these at Walmart. You get 4 of these for $6.78. Hobby Lobby had some incredibly similar that was 50% off. And this is what he looks like. How cute is that? But yeah, I'm going to cut this off here in a little bit, okay? That little loop, it's got to go away because it ain't going to work. All right, so first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of paper. There's the piece of paper. Now, what is that going to be for? That's going to be to catch the glitter when I use it, okay? So I also had this metallic paint. This is a metallic gold paint. It also came from Hobby Lobby. And then I have this brownish extra fine glitter in the color Espresso, also from Hobby Lobby. I used a coupon on that today. So what I'm going to do with this, first off, before we start decorating, is I'm going to, well, let's shake this paint for a second, because I don't think I've done that. But anyway, I'm going to use this very, very fine brush here. Hello? This very fine brush. And on this piece of wood here, I'm going to just every now and again, like in all these little nooks and crannies, I'm going to paint some of this goldish paint, and then I'm going to sprinkle on the glitter, okay? Just to dress it up a little bit. So let's get some of this paint. And I'm just going to paint it right in there. And I don't care if it gets everywhere. I really don't, because it's still going to look good. And this is going to be a little time consuming, okay? So I just want to get that paint down in there. I have some bigger brushes, but I washed them and they're wet and so yeah. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a bunch of those little lines, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the glitter so that I can cut the video and work on this. Like I said, time consuming, but I think this is going to look really, really good in my home for Christmas. But yeah, I'm just packing that paint right around in there. I don't really care where I get it. All right, let's get that out of the way. And now I'm just going to take a little bit of this glitter and kind of sprinkle it on there. Like so. And then to shake off the excess on the piece of paper. So that looks like that. See? Nice and sparkly and glittery. Now I'm going to go all the way around this piece of wood doing that to all of these little lines, okay? So let me get this out of the way. I'm trying to not spill too much of the glitter because see, all the little wood particles are falling off too. Now for these wood pieces here, I want to use some of the tall ones. So what I'm going to do is just kind of get off a little bit of the excess. And then I'm going to do the same thing with these. Except, get off my brush. Except for these, I'm going to be painting like just little lines here and there. Let's zoom in a minute. Not too much. See, just little lines here and there. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't have to be everywhere. Just little accent lines. If you don't want to use paint, you know, you could use Mod Podge for this. But this is going to be time consuming as well. And then just shake the little bit of glitter. I know I'm wasting glitter here, but I'm just trying to shorten it up for the video. You know, first I'm going to get on a whole bunch of the paint and then I'll go back over it with the glitter. See, I just want to make those little lines like that. And that's what I'm going for. So I'm going to do that on this piece of wood and on a handful of the other ones. And then I'm going to finish painting this one over here. And then we'll come back and we're going to start to put it together. All right. I hope my neurotic cat does not come back in here and try to talk because she was meow, meow, meow. But anyway, this is what the edge of this piece of wood looks like. And see, things don't show up on camera the way I want them to sometimes. But as you can see, you could definitely see the gold paint. Okay. You can see the gold paint because I'm doing just a thin layer of glitter. Okay. Now, a lot of times with glitter, when you're putting it on things like this, you need to put 2 or 3 coats, you know, to make it really opaque. If you use paint as a background, you don't have to use as much glitter. And I like the fact that the gold is coming through. Now, even on this wood here, you can see the gold. There you go. Yeah, you can see the gold there, sort of like through the glitter. Now, what I'm going to do here is you can see the outline. This perfect little outline on the wood where the bark is starting to form. I'm just going to take the gold paint and I'm going to paint over that because this part here I want to fill in with some artificial snow, okay? So let's zoom in. Whoa, hello. All right. Let's get over here. Why am I shaking the camera? Because I'm like that. And I'm just going to paint right here. It doesn't really matter if this is perfect because like I said, I'm going to have some artificial snow here in the middle, but I want this very edge here to be gold. I wish I'd had some bronze paint, but that's okay. You know, with all the holiday craziness going on in the craft stores right now, I'm thankful for whatever I can get my hands on. So, yeah, it's Saturday. Today is Saturday. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get this made before I get it posted. But anyway, me and my silly self decided to go shopping on a Saturday. And it was, oh my gosh, it was absolutely packed. Things were selling out. So that was my exciting day. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to paint this here. Now, when I come over here with these, because these are going to be glued down to this wood round. So where did it go? The one, here it is. So like up here, if I'm going to glue this end down, the exposed end, I'm going to paint gold. Okay, and I'm not going to put glitter on it. I just want to leave it at gold. All that glitters is gold. So I'm just going to finish painting this up here and we'll come back. Okay, so I pretty much have everything painted the way that I want it to be. And let me show you what I did with the wooden pieces here. When I had the darker ones, I put the gold paint and then I sprinkled on the brown glitter. And then this is what the top looks like. You know, I painted the tops of all of them gold. Now for the lighter colored ones, like these, let's get this one. I like this big one. For the lighter colored ones, that brown glitter was really too much of a stark contrast. You know, it's like, ah! So I just painted it gold. I just left the gold and there's the top of that one. So now I have these arranged on this piece of wood the way that I want it to look. And I'm trying to keep them away from the edge because I don't really want to cover up this gold at any point on the back. Because here in a minute, I'm going to be putting on some fake snow, okay? So I have these kind of curved across the back here. Now, I'm going to be using this clear grip adhesive from Gorilla Glue. I kind of like the smaller tubes better because, you know, it's like it doesn't dry out. and then when you squish them, a whole bunch doesn't come out at one time. This works just the same as E6000. It just so happens to be what I have on hand right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stick these down, and then I'm going to put these down as well, the smaller pieces. I'm going to stick these down, and I'm going to be using some of this Gorilla Glue and also Gorilla Hot Glue. So the hot glue is going to like hold it in place. Glitter. So the hot glue is going to hold it in place basically. While this stuff sets up and cures. Now this takes 24 to 48 hours, okay? And because these are kind of heavy, you really want to use a good adhesive to hold them down. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to put a blob of this all over the center. And then I'm going to be using some hot glue around the edges. The hot glue is just going to tack it down and hold it in place until the Gorilla Glue sets up. So stick that down right there. And I'm going to do that with the rest of it. Now, here in a minute, after I get the little deer glued on, we're going to be putting down some artificial snow. And for that, you can use Mod Podge if you want to. I don't have a whole lot of Mod Podge left, and I have this wood glue here. So I'm just going to be painting on some wood glue for the fake snow. But you use whatever you want to use. But anyway, let me get all of this glued down. And then we can start on the snow. You know what? I thought that my camera was recording and it wasn't. I apologize. But anyway, the Greatest Baker Challenge. I'm in the Greatest Baker Challenge and I have been moved up to the next round of voting. I am in the top 10 of my group. So if you would, please look in the description box and look in the comments. I'll pin a comment with a link where you can vote. Just click on that link, scroll down below my photo, and then you'll see a little box there that says vote. Go ahead and vote, and then scroll further down below that, and you can see pictures of some of the goodies that I have made. But anyway, like I said, I thought my camera was recording, and it was not. What I'm doing here is, this is fairy lights. Okay, fairy lights. I got these from Walmart, and I'm just fastening them down to this piece of wood with my handy dandy mini staple gun. So I have this part fastened down here, and then I'm going to glue in the smaller pieces. Why did I not use glue to hold the lights down? Because I'm putting them on a whole bunch of different ways. And like I said, all this stuff is heavy, and I want this to be able to last a long time. So if I don't have to use glue, I'm kind of trying not to. That's why I decided to go with the staples. But anyway, now here I have these three pieces. I have those lights stapled down. And now there's those three pieces. Let's move this over. There we go. That's the way I wanted it. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. No, that don't look good. Right there. All right. So now I'm going to glue these down. And all I'm doing with these lights is just kind of just putting them wherever I want them to go. I'm trying to get this flat. Flat, flat, flat. And I know with glue, it was going to take a long time if I just put a blob of glue and then I had to hold it down, wait for the glue to set up. So that's why I'm stapling it. But anyway, let me work on this for a minute. Okay, so all of the lights are on. And now all that I'm doing here is, instead of Mod Podge, because I'm low on Mod Podge, I'm just using this wood glue here. And I'm just brushing it on. And then I'm going to take some of this fake snow here, the buffalo snow, and I'm going to just sprinkle some of that on top. I love this buffalo snow. I mean, it's so fine and powdery, and to me, it looks the most realistic. I love it. I absolutely love it. See, now I'm just going to tap it down a little bit. I'm putting a little bit more glue on the paintbrush. I'm just really taking my time with this one, okay? Because I think this might be the centerpiece of my little living room decoration this year. I'm not certain. I don't know. I make so much stuff, you know, I don't know what I won't wear. And then let's just sprinkle on a little bit more of that. There we go. Yeah, some crafts, you know, are fast and you can just, you know, just put it all together. Some are a little bit slower. And the ones that are slower, I do enjoy just sitting back and working on those. All right. As far as the little deer guy, I just have him sitting there for the time being just so that I can see about where I want him. I'm going to glue him down here in a second. And I believe what I'm going to do is on like opposite hooves here and here, I'm going to use the Gorilla Glue, you know, because that's going to provide us with the long hold. And then here and here, I'm going to use some hot glue, you know, just to hold it in place while the other glue sets up. So basically all that I'm doing here is just painting on the glue and then putting on the buffalo snow. So I'm going to work on that. Don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm going to work on that. I'm going to get all the snow put on, and then I'm going to glue him down. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue him down to the wood before I put the snow down. That way he has a very good tight bond with the wood below, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to work on this snow. I don't want it to touch the gold there. Well, it can touch the gold. I don't want it to cover the gold up. Y'all know what I'm saying. But this has so much glitter on it. So much glitter. So I think also what I'm going to do when I'm done gluing everything down and putting on the snow is taking like a clear spray paint, a clear sealant. I really like the crystal clear triple thick glaze from Krylon, and just going over it. Protect the battery pack, of course. Just, you know, giving it a once over with it just to seal in all this glitter and to hold the snow down a little bit better. Yeah, let me work on this for a little bit more, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. All of my snow has been put down, and then I have this gold glitter here, and I put some in my hand. It's the extra fine. I put some in my hand, and then I sprinkled it. Y'all probably can't even see it on camera. And then I sprinkled it just a little bit over the snow. Now, I'm kind of irritated at myself because I had a bag of miniature pine cones from Dollar Tree I wanted to put on here. And I don't know where they went. My cats may have done something to them. But anyway, this is some scatter from Walmart. It's got like little pine pieces and some little pine cones. So I'm just going to, I had planned for this, but I'm going to use just a few of these pine cones. And I kind of like these because you know what? They have snow already on them. But I'm going to spruce them up a bit with a little bit of this gold paint. So let me find... Oh, jingle bells. My paintbrush. All right, so let's get a little bit of paint, and I'm just going to put a little bit of gold. Come here. Put a little bit of gold just on the tips of these, just to kind of pull that all together. And then I'm going to glue it down. Well, that just looks okay. More paint. Can y'all see this? Yeah. Sometimes I just do stuff and I don't look up here on the screen to see if y'all can see it. Someone's like, well, you should mark your table and it will make it easier. It really wouldn't, because I get stuff all over the table and then I cover up the mark. But anyway, can y'all see this? So I just put some gold on the pine cone here, and then I'm going to put some hot glue. These pine cones here are plastic, so come on, Jesus, take the glue gun. Don't let it eat through the plastic. There we go. Just going to glue that down. Now I'm going to spill snow everywhere. Now I'm going to find some more little pine cones. I'm just going to put a few here, a few there. Putting the gold paint on them, gluing them down, and then I'm going to call it done. I wanted, you know, something to break up all of this snow over here. And no, the greenery is not going to look good. I'm trying to keep green out of this. I want browns and golds. That's what I'm looking for with this. So let's keep the greenery out of it. And that's not going to look good with that wood anyway, because that's not the type of trees that's going to be dropping pine needles and stuff. And the pine cones are pushing that, but hey, it'll be all right. But yeah, let me glue down a few more of these and then it'll be done. And stay tuned after the video. I will have a photo where you can see the entire thing better. So I hope that you enjoyed this one. If you would, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye!